If you're looking at buying a property, doing it up and selling it on for a profit in the short term, what is a good amount of profit to be expecting from a flip project like that? Now, it's not just about the amount of money you make, it's how hard the money invested is working for you that's important as well. For example, if I said you could make 50k profit on a flip, that might sound great. But in reality, if it costs you £500,000 to buy the property, do it up, your buying and selling costs, your holding costs, all costs included, then if you only make 50k, you're just making a 10% return on investment on that deal. Better than having money sat in the bank? Arguably yes, but it's not good enough to factor in any costs of finance to do that deal. The reality is by the time you finance that and pay any bridging finance or interest to investors, if you're borrowing the money, that 10% just isn't strong enough to make it worthwhile, realistically. So you'll be looking to get in the region of around 20% return on investment for a property flip project. So simply put, easy maths, if you put 100k into something, you want to see 20k back, so 20% return on investment. So in the case of £500,000 property deal, all cost in that example, then you'd be looking to make 100k profit. 100k profit sounds great. If you end up making 90, you'll probably not cry about it, but the reality is to make that money worthwhile and to be able to pay for the finance cost, to be able to cover the cost of finance, then ultimately that's the sort of return that you should be looking to generate to make it all worthwhile. So making 100k on a property that's cost you 200k is absolutely fantastic, and it's tricky, but on £500,000, absolutely you should be looking to make that kind of money, because £500,000 is a lot of money to tie up. You need to make sure that money's working hard enough for you and to be able to pay back any investors, pay off any bridging loans, and allow any comfortable profit margin there. So 20% realistically is a return investment. And of course, if you're doing a deal at the lower end of the market, you need to think about how much of a minimum profit is worthwhile for your time. So yes, it's an extreme example, but let's say you're all in 50 grand to buy a property, renovate it and sell it on, which is unlikely, but let's just use that as an example. If it's 50k, then a 20% return investment is only 10k profit. Now, doing a project that might take you 6 weeks to manage the refurbishment process and manage the sale right through to completion, 10k is not really worth it. It's not worth it for me. So I'd look for a minimum of around 25k profit for a deal. So 20% return investment and 25k profit. That's just me personally. That's what I look for. You might be different, but ultimately that justifies the time and effort and energy in refurbishing the damn thing. So hopefully that's useful. It gets you thinking not just about the amount of profit you're looking to make, but how hard the money is working for you as well. So if it's your money invested or if it's someone else's that's invested and you're paying for that finance cost, aim for around 20% return investment. So you've got enough of a buffer. Again, should you ever need to reduce the price to sell the property quicker, or if you've spent a bit more on the refurbishment than you ideally intended, you've still got a bit of profit there and a bit of wiggle room if you need it. Ideally you don't, but it's there if you need it. So 20% is a healthy return investment to be looking for. So hopefully you found this useful. If so, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and you will see me again soon.